Well, it's not just the UK that has been facing sweltering temperatures. Western Europe has also seen a ferocious heatwave. Let's just take a look at some of the hotspots. In Spain, a top temperature of 39 degrees. Believe it or not, that's actually cooler than in recent days. Germany also saw a top temperature of 39 degrees. Belgium recorded 38 degrees. And in France, temperatures have reached a blistering 41 degrees. Our correspondent Lucy Williamson reports from Gironde in the southwest.
In Testebouche, we drove towards the fire, following fire crews as they disappeared into the smoke. All around us, the forest still smouldered, waiting for a chance to reignite.
You can really taste and smell the smoke in the air here. Fire crews have been battling these fires for a week now, and while they're contained in parts, they're still not under control despite the drop in temperatures. You can see some of them still working over here. The key concern now is preventing any fresh fires from taking hold.
They talk about an apocalypse here. Last week, it was paradise. These campsites carry evidence of both. Holiday memories spat out by the flames. The guests evacuated last week.
It's heartbreaking for the locals, for the tourists who come here. It's upsetting. And of course, us firemen feel the same way. But it just makes us more determined to finish the job.
A short drive away, Rachel has been packed for days. Her husband's old camper van stashed with water.
And then we've got a couple of baskets, and then we're going to bring in
anything irreplaceable, packed into a bag.
You could actually taste the smoke in your mouth. It was really disconcerting, this acrid taste, and there was ash falling from the sky. This situation is really scary. It's something that is so out of our control, and heat waves are happening more and more. We are surrounded by forest, and it's really something that's made us ask the question, are we going to go back to England perhaps because of it? It's frightening.
Across the border in Spain, Angel Martin Arjona was caught on camera yesterday, heading out in his bulldozer to dig a fire break. Now you see him. Now you don't. It's the closest escape imaginable. This is what the apocalypse looks like up close. And this is what it looks like to survive it. Lucy Williamson, BBC News, Testebouche.
Well, deadly wildfires continue to force people from their homes across continental Europe. The extreme heat moved north, sparking more fires in tinder-dry areas. Tourists have also been evacuated. Our correspondent Ben Chapman has the latest.
On the front line in this country's fight with wildfires, the work is dangerous and relentless. In southwest France, the flames have now burned through an area twice the size of Paris. This is the destruction they've left behind. In this part of France, popular with tourists, these are the charred remains of campsites, which had, thankfully, already been evacuated. At the firefighters' command post, I'm told protecting people's homes is still at the mercy of the weather.
The big challenge today is protect the habitation. The wind, it changed and turn and change. It's a difficulty.
As the flames and smoke moved, they threatened a nearby zoo, 400 animals becoming the latest evacuees here.
The enemy today is not the heat, but the wind. They've spent the night felling trees to create fire breaks. They're worried about it changing direction, the flames leaping the road and affecting houses on the other side.
As the most searing heat moved northwards today, Brittany became the latest region of France to wake up to the glow of burning forest. In northern Spain, people in the village of Moros were forced to grab what they could and flee, as the authorities admitted they couldn't stop the flames from rushing up the hillside towards them. Back in Gironde, people at this evacuation centre know how it feels. Beatrice, who has MS, and her daughter Sonia slept here last night, having left their cats and most of their possessions behind.
When I arrived here, I felt completely helpless. I feel huge sadness, and I have the feeling that I've left my entire past behind me. And I'm going to miss that, because I haven't got anything.
Outside the centre, people watch as the battle to contain these fires continues. More than 30,000 people still unable to go home are relying on firefighters who for a week now have struggled to bring things under control. Ben Chapman, ITV News, Southwest France.